aha moment on this conference that I went for in Nairobi, when the South African Minister of Transport stood up in the gathering where there are political parties from all over the world, and he said to me, he said, I want to applaud Liberia because your election was so tight, hotly contested, and President Bouaga only defeated President Weah less than 30,000 votes. And yet, President Weah conceded. He said, you people should continue that democracy. I was proud. I'm going to say anyway, therefore, President, we have to concede and keep our democracy on the path it is. It's something, of course, I'm proud of, and I'm happy he did that. I will praise him any day for that, because not many Africans can do that. Look, let's stop all these political norms. When people do something good, praise them. He could have stayed in power like other people. Yes, he could have done that.
I have a dream.
When President Bouaga...
Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. Barack Obama said, change, yes we can. And I, George, we have said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens,
get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC-USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention, now set from July 29 to August the 2nd, in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC-USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony, featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tier Wanto, Mrs. Welamida Sadie Tar, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kabab, Councillor Gamonde Clinton, Civicus Basigia, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Leto Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC-USA and Boxer, with FIFA World Best George Manawia leading the CDC-USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. Be a part of the movement, be a part of the vision, be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC USA chapter or follow official CDC USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the
and I, George, we have said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens,
get ready for a historic gathering of unity, leadership, and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC-USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention, now set from July 29 to August the 2nd, in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC-USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony, featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tier Wanto, Mrs. Welamida Sadie Tar, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kabab, Councillor Garmonde Clinton, Civicus Basigia, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Leto Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC-USA and Boxer, with FIFA World Best George Manawia leading the CDC-USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of the vision. Be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC-USA chapter or follow official CDC-USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the convention committee at 301-383-6874. CDC-USA Convention 2026. Here we come, renewing for results. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC-USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony, featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tier Wanto, Mrs. Welamida Sadie Tar, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kabab, Councillor Garmonde Clinton, Civicus Basigia, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Leto Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC-USA and Boxer, with FIFA World Best George Manawia leading the CDC-USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy.
They will try, they will always fail. You will try, you will always fail. Mr. Yes, sir. Before you bury CDC, you my juke in my heart, in our heart. Together we die. Before you bury CDC, you my juke in my heart, in our heart. Our party in our heart. Before you bury CDC, you my juke in my heart, in our heart. Together we die. Before you bury CDC, you my juke in my heart, in our heart. Our party in our heart. Mr. Yes, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Yes, sir. 2020 now you getting answer, Mr. Yes sir. Hear me, Mr. Yes sir. 2020 now you getting answer, Mr. Yes sir. After your 6 years you running answer, Mr. Yes sir. It's Is that how you came to rescue us? We're so boku talk. Bring the boku talk. Hey, Mr. Yes, sir. But why, Mr. Yes, sir? The yellow machine butterfly. I want a hell of a fly. It was about for the Isa. Mr. Yes, sir. Before you bury CDC, you want to in my heart. They will try, they will always fail. You will try, you will always fail. Mr. Yes, sir. Before you bury CDC, you want to in my heart. In our heart, together we die. Before you bury CDC, you want to in my heart. In our party, in our heart. Before you bury CDC, you want to be.
We remain. They fellow Liberians, home and abroad. That's how we do it right here. We want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you under the Palava Hall. As always, we see it as a privilege, and we want to say thanks to the Almighty for giving us another wonderful time that we can be here with our family, our friends, our well-wishers, and our critics. We want to say thanks to each and every one of you who continue to remain very supportive to what we do on this platform. To all of our sisterly affiliate or online platform that continue to support our effort, like the Metro Media, the Maryland Online News, the Plus TV Liberia, the Kings FM Critical Issues, and every other platform that continue to support us. We want to say thanks to all of you. Without your effort, without your support, we will not do this. I always tell people that do not see us as your opponent. While it is true that, yes, we associate with a political institution, we are politically attached, but our duty is to remind government, see us as that parent that will continue to remind government of the promises that they made. I give you an example. Coming up, I used to be very close to one of a big brother, not biologically, but a big brother. And all of us was in this particular organization. And because I was very observant and very careful to observe things and other things, so this big brother will always tell me, he said, Prince, he said, my man, you be my special secretary. You know, at that time we were much smaller. He said, my man, you my special secretary. So I said, what do you mean? He said, anywhere I go, whether it is a detail that I'm supposed to do, just put it down. Anything that I was supposed to do when we reach in a particular area, just remind me. Or anything that I promised the people, just remind me. So I used to be behind this guy almost like a secretary. Wherever he goes, you know, whether be a conversation that he will be involved in, I take some details. And then at the end of the day, I will remind you, I say, oh, but Brabi, when you went down there, you told the person you would do X, Y, and Z. And I say, oh, yes. So even when I was small, I mean, very young, at a very tender age, I don't know, for some reason, even my friends who, you know, we used to play Mao together, they were always like, because we got certain area, especially those of us who grew up on the Bourgeois Island, there are certain area that the Mao, I mean, back in the 80s, there are certain area that the men, they let play Mao. When you go there, they get plenty of Fisi men in there. So I used to know all of the areas that we get Fisi. For example, you see Blamotown, we never used to fasting around Blamotown because that place there, they get men and working aim. I mean, back in the 80s, they get real immodern down there. That beginning that came from all the way Nukuta and all the other. We used to fast in that place with Mawa business because we know the men can aim. The places that we used to go play our Mawa, you see Bandit Town. You see Bandit Town. You see the place they call Momo Town today. Momo Town. You see Momo Town. You see the area they call Loking Town. Loking Town Broad Street. Zinkiam. I can say that and name all of those areas. Those areas when we go there to play marble, most of the men that are there, they are not, they can't marble play or they just begin where we run away, they want to play. We go there, we eat a marble. So I used to know all of the areas that we get in there. Yeah. For example, when we're talking about the men who can aim on Zeke, you know what they call Zeke when we are coming up? You take the marble, you put it on a block, or you put it on an elevated level. You put it on something that is above the ground. That we used to call Zeke. Yeah. So, you know, I used to know all of those areas. So I used to always inform my men, say, we can go down there. We'll go down there, ERP. We can count this. You know, just for the fun. But I'm saying this to mean that we must be people that should be complimented, hailed, and praised, and welcomed and protected by the system. Because we are the reminders. The promises that were made by government, we are the ones that remind government that, oh, Mr. Government man or government, this is what you promised the people that you are going to do, and you do it. So when you see us as people who condemn you, then it's unfortunate. But see us as a partner in progress. See us as people who equally love Liberia. And all we do is just to remind the government. We may be critical in our analysis, but I think we should be healed. But that is not what we are here for. We are here for something very important today, fellow Liberians. And we are grateful today that, especially those of us in the United States of America, we are celebrating our own 26th, our holiday. In most of the areas, people organize activities, and they are today celebrating. I mean, ahead of the actual 26th, because here it's not easy. There's so many things going on here. So we usually celebrate, on the 25th, and then most of the time on the 26th, that just small thing. But we are grateful today, and we are going to be discussing lengthily relative to one of the biggest events that is about to happen here in the USA. As you may be aware, the United States of America, we are celebrating our 250th celebration, our 250th, one would say independence here in the US. And we are grateful that while celebrating, it has, somebody would say, conjoined with the July 26th and also the biggest event to happen. And to discuss the most unique thing that will be happening here in the USA, I have with me today, fellow Liberians, the Honorable ORC, which is the officer in charge of CDC-USA. He is also the head of the committee that is charged with the responsibility of ensuring that CDC-USA goes to convention and come back victorious, united, and one. He is not a stranger on this particular platform. We want to take this time to welcome the Reverend Honorable Solomon Moan, the chairman of the CDC, but in his case, we say the ORC, the officer in charge. So you can say chairman, you say ORC. Reverend Moan, welcome, honor the Palava Hot again, sir.
Thank you so much, my dear brother, Chairman Prince Sharif of the DMV chapter. It's a pleasure to be on your show. And I just want a disclaimer. As chairman of the convention committee and also the officer in charge, we have the responsibility to ensure that we give fair treatment to everybody. And sometimes seeing you as the moderator of this great show, and maybe you might have had some association with one side of our campaign side, and we are only discussing the CDC-USA Convention, and we want to make disclaimer that we have no affiliation or whatever with Mr. Sharif or his associate in the campaign, because this is a campaign period. We're only here for the purpose of alerting, informing, and giving all of the best we can give relative to our convention. Thank you, Mr. Sharif.
Thank you so much, Reverend Moan, for that disclaimer. Fellow Liberians, we also have the man who we refer to as the official host of this year, one of the greatest events that ever happened in CDC in the USA. This man is the one that will be charged with the responsibility of ensuring that we all gather in his state. We are grateful to have with us the Honorable Roosevelt Tawon, who is the chairman of the PA chapter. Honorable Tawon, welcome, honor the Palava Hot, sir.
Thank you, Comrade Sherry, chairman of the DMV chapter. Thank you for the hard work, and thank you for the time to be on your platform tonight to inform our comrades, our members, how well we are prepared for the convention. And thank you for the times And we are here to explain to our comrades the various chapters. The PA chapters, we are ready. We are well prepared to host the year's conventions. One of the greatest and one of the historic conventions in CDC-USA. So thank you for inviting us on your platform tonight to talk about the convention. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Roosevelt Tawon, for gracing the occasion. We want to go to Reverend Moore. Reverend Moore, you are not a stranger on this particular platform, but for the sake of tonight's discussion, I want you to please just run us through as it relates to your role currently. I know you try to give us some, just a surface disclaimer, but tell us why an ORC? Why are you the chairman? One would be confused and say, oh, but we thought, we had this person, we had that person. But how now we have the Reverend Solomon Moore as the ORC of CDC-USA and also the chairman or the one who is responsible to take us into our convention. Can you just give us just a synopsis of maybe introducing yourself so that your people know and how you ascend to this particular position? Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, you are muted, sir.
Thank you again, Mr. Sharif. The CDC-USA is structured in a way that we have national officers, then state officers, and they're elected for 2-year term. In the 2 years, you can go after every 2 years. We have elections, and election was held some 2 years ago that had some controversy associated with it. Not election per se, convention was held that had controversy attached to it that brought up some officers, and based upon the noise that were characterized by the convention, those who felt that they were disenfranchised, the National Executive Committee of CDC Global set up a mediation committee. This committee was chaired by Professor Tappet, Wilson Tappet, and I had the privilege of serving on the committee as the secretary of that committee. And we were about 17 of us, both individuals of the party from Liberia and the United States, who wanted to see from a neutral perspective what went wrong in our. So in the process, we had an engagement with all stakeholders, those who had their own disagreement, and those who came out of the our convention as elected officers. So realized that there were lots of constitutional breach, and we recommended, based upon all of the constitutional, challenges that the convention in Iowa had, we recommended that the convention be nullified, an interim administration be set up that would take CDC for 12 months. Then a convention is held that will elect officers off sites. And the recommendation was accepted by the National Executive Committee and had a discussion with the folks, those who were dissatisfied and those who came out of the hour. So they agreed for this interim leadership to be set up, and was set up. One of the rules attached to the interim leadership was the fact that when you are on the interim team, you won't be able to run in the national election. So if you agreed, you affix your signature to it, the rest of it. So, the 12 months that were there, other people who felt that I needed to run or I want to run in the national election, I won't let me recuse myself from this interim team. So the interim team had their setup and they had their induction, which I attended, and they started the board since May of last year. And May of last year, coming to November, around November, December, November to be specific, the national global chair called the leadership on the ground here to ask where we were, because it was halfway into the 12th month, because elections and conventions were to be held. Convention elections were to be held. So what happened and what didn't happen, the National Executive Committee felt that people were gluing their feet to the ground and not up for having their tenure or the rule that they were playing by, not having it really, enforced. So the National Executive Committee set up this convention committee charged with the responsibility of organizing the convention and conducting election. So the mandate was sent December 28th, and fortunately for us, we were appointed as the chair for this convention committee, charged with the responsibility to plan, host convention. Then it was around June 24th to the 28th, and the party leader would have been at this convention. So we embraced the challenges and were open to working. So, but the leadership, the interim leadership that was in existence, had a different understanding of it. So based upon all of the fracas that were going on and the rigmarole and all other things, there was some suspension that was carried out because the interim leadership had planned another convention, not wanting to follow the mandate of the executive committee. So they had another convention planned for Minnesota. So with this, the National Executive Committee called an on-site meeting, and there were a lot of delay, distraction, or all the things that were involved in the process. So the entire leadership of the interim leadership was suspended, and based upon the suspension, we were asked to serve as the officer in charge to work with the convention committee to ensure that the convention is planned and executed. So this is where the background of the whole thing comes from. And we are in the process of rebuilding and renewing, reconciling the rest of it. So I don't feel that good to go into the nitty-gritty of it, because it want to open old wounds. But basically, we were appointed as the officer in charge to steer the affairs of CDC-USA, work with chapter leaders or chapters and the convention committee to ensure that we can have a successful convention in July to August, with the presence of the standard bearer and some officials of the CDC coming from across the United States, Europe, and Liberia. So this is where we are.
Thank you so very kindly for that very elaborate explanation, so that our people understand how we get here, where we are going, and etc. So thank you so very kindly. I want to go to our brother who have joined this conversation, Honorable Roosevelt Tawon. Honorable Tawon, can you just introduce yourself to the people and tell us how significant you are, or the chapter that you are, how significant it is to this historic process of the entire CDC convention? Again, welcome.
Thank you, Comrade Sherry, and thank you to the OIC. They have been doing a great job. When the whole convention stuff started, it was not easy. But thank God that we're here today, bringing everybody on board to work together. I took over from Comrade Tarata Sherry. Sherry was the chair, and I was the vice chair for administrations during those times. But after the elections, it was very tough time for our chapter. A lot of people 3 days in chapter, and there was no one to come around for us to, have party activities and other stuff. But we work together, to bring the chapters together, to bring everybody, all the members together. Actually, we have started around 2010, 2011. I started as chair on mobilization for the chapter, and I was elected as chair on operation. And the administrations where Tarata was a chair, I was elected as vice chair for administration. So PA chapter, I've been here so long, and I serve all tough positions. So everything about PA chapters are part and parcel, and I engage in every activities. And bringing the chapters to where we are today, it took everyone of effort. And I want to take this time to, thank to our members, the PA chapters, all our supporters, and everybody's like citizens within PA chapters. We work together, we do things together. And the chapter is so unique in a way that every time we have the activities, those people come around. They love the parties, they love the chapter. So every other things that we do, they come around to support. They didn't look at the individuals as their leaders, they look at their parties. And that's one of the strengths and one of the our base that gave us the support. So hosting the convention, it gave us that zeal that, we want to show to the world that we are united in PA. And we are well prepared to host the convention. And hosting the conventions where the standard bearer will be among us, it is a great step forward. Everyone's here, they are excited. And today I was at the fee where the July 26 celebrations kick off. We were there mobilizing, and PA is one of the bases that have the higher members of CDC in the USA. So having the conventions, I think, is one of the greatest things that the chapters going to experience, and every one of us, we are working together to to make these conventions and really successful. And this gone time doing our celebrations. I show you were there, Comrade Comrade Sherry. You were there when we celebrated the CDC anniversary. It was one of the greatest things too, that people from all chapters around us came here, and then we celebrated together. So we're going to use that same method for us to, host the conventions. And one of the conventions, we doing everything to bring everybody on board. Today, Comrade Sherry, myself, and Taratas, myself, were on the feet. We talk a lot. And I think every one of us will work together and see how best that we have the conventions in peace and in unity. Then that our standard bearer will be present. Everybody will do things that, will bring our glory and unity among each and every one of us. So we are prepared, and we're taking over as chair for the chapter. These are great things that bring excitement, and we all will do everything to see how best that the convention will be a successful one. And we are well prepared. And thank God for the convention committees, the leaderships in charge. They are working together for us to, see everything is being successful. We take every one of us our effort. And I want to take this time to thank you, every one of us that the chapters are around us. I'll take this time to say thank you for the unity. And I pray, I hope that the unity will continue. And we don't see anyone as being disenchanted and other things. Everything's have reason. When someone stay back, maybe they have their reason. Well, as leaders, we do everything to see how best that we will bring them on board for everyone of us to work together in the best interest of our party. So thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Taiwan. Thank you so much. Reverend Moore, tell us, I want you to walk us through how did you reach this far in terms of the organization, in terms of the planning? I know it is not easy. There's a political institution, and sometimes decisions that are taken, well, we have to be trashed by others. Others will embrace it, and there were a lot of things people will say. But tell us, how did you navigate your way through that you are able to get to this far successfully? I mean, like I said, political institution, people will disagree with you. So there's no way would I agree. But tell us, how did you manage? I mean, you and your team, how was it done for you to reach this far that everybody is on board? How did you do it? Is it that you were being remote control, like others said? Oh yeah, sometimes people say, man, I revenue, man, when I talk, people just man, yeah, people just pull a button, they tell you to go left, you go right. So just walk us through. How did we come to this particular step or at this particular juncture? How you did it? How you worked this magic up?
Well, thank you for the question. And firstly, we have a mandate to do two things. One, to organize a convention where election will be held. And we have put in the back of our mind that if we get involved, it shouldn't just be position-driven convention, but one that is people-centered. And how do we get the people who are supposed to be involved in the convention connected? Because convention is not just the day that we're going to meet. Convention start from the planning. One of my friends always said, he who fail to prepare must prepare to fail. And as a planner or one who have done development planning, the first thing we did was to gather all of our committee members. There are about 16 of them. And we developed an action plan, something we have to follow if we achieve the goal of having a convention and having election. Something we have to so develop this plan, and we divided ourselves into various groups or committees, ensuring that those things that can make us to achieve the convention in your own space, you are in this committee. So divide the committee and we get a responsibility. And we develop this into action, which is meeting on every Sundays. The strategy in the meeting was to build relationship in this every Sunday, because we come with this serious disagreement going on in CDC-USA. So if we have a convention that will unify us, we must start a process where we start having a conversation before the convention. So the meetings were not just information sharing or making decisions, but trying to build a relationship amongst all of us. It was a strategy we used so that when you come to the convention, you only come to see the person who you've been interacting with all along through your meetings. So we have these online meetings. And the very committee went to work. They brought back a report on what they can do, what they will do to ensure that. So we accepted those report, and we started to put them into motion, committing ourselves to the process. I know that it is hard, but once you have a plan and working with your plan, you can reach wherever it is. The other thing is, how do we get the political leader attached to this convention, because he's part of the convention and he will be a senior, partisan, the political leader of the convention, because everyone who is supposed to be a part of the convention will try to see how we can get in touch with all of them, which was very successful. State chapters leaders, Now, what we did was we planned what you call meeting with the various state chapters. We were last night for the convention, so we had a schedule laid out for all of the state chapters. We were able to have a meeting with them. We gave them a briefing of the convention. We allowed them to ask questions for clarity, and they did. So it's like we took the convention planning from our convention group and going to these various state chapters where they were able to understand, ask the question necessary. And you won't believe it, when we first started, we never had a cent. But because of the commitment and the mobilization we did with the various state chapters and members, on one night, when we talk about fundraising, we're able to raise some substantial fund amongst ourselves to start the pre-planning of the convention, to pre-financing of the convention, excuse me. And I saw the commitment, I saw the desire, I saw the hunger in our people to come together and ensure that we can effect change in Liberia in 2029, because our people need us. It's not just for show that you are a citizen, but concerned about what is going on in Liberia and how you can have a formidable organization that will be a source of inspiration, financial assistance to our CDC Global to take the responsibility of governance tomorrow. So wrap around all these things, I saw our members rallying themselves. Sometimes they will call me, my brother, since December 28th, when we started our meeting, my phone never went silent. They call me every time. They want information every time, and we're going to, and we are putting out information on the daily basis, reminding people of where we are, the rest of it, which is very important. And I'm encouraged by the response from the various state chapters. We got about 13 or 14 state chapters that have paid their support money to the convention. As far as Arizona is, I always like to use it as an example. As far as Arizona is from Philadelphia, the folks in Arizona were the first to give their state chapter support to the convention. And most of them have bought it. The first day when we had a convention planned for June 24th, some of them have bought their tickets. Honestly. So when the convention was changed, they couldn't refund those people money. But yet and still, for the love of the party and the need to have a change in Liberia, people rebought their ticket, planning to come in August. I mean, in July 29th to August 2nd. This is where I see commitment. When I see the kind of thing, I'm motivated to work overtime to ensure that everybody can have a seat. The convention is the highest decision-making body, and every state chapter is responsible to be at a convention. This is where we make decisions. There's even this coming convention, state chapter will be reporting on the status of the state chapter. Now you report not just to us, but thank God that you have the political leader will be present to hear what is coming from the state, what their challenges, and how we as a people can help. So it's very critical to all of us. So no state chapter should be left out. If you leave out there, it means that the problem you're looking for. So if you have issues, come to this is this higher decision-making body. This is where we discuss issues. This is where we plan policy, and this is where we plan the future of the organization. From there, we'll move ahead. The ingredient part of the convention is the fact that we have laid out the convention program in a way that we'll be having more dialogue. Yes. So after the political leader will be doing the keynote address at the convention on Thursday, July 30th. The convention starts on the 29th of July with a meet and greet. PA chapter is hosting that meet and greet. The political leader will be there, and his entourage. Folks are coming from all of his top officials who are in the United States are coming with him for the convention. They want to sit with him. They want to sit with us. One thing he promised us is like, when I leave from here, no yobo with CDC-USA again. Whoever you guys decide to be your leader, I'm going to tell the National Executive Committee I was a witness to the process. This is how the election went. He said, I will sit down, I will watch you guys casting your ballot. Counting it. I want to see a counting it. You can't, whoever when you announce it, I will be there. When I go back home, I was there, National Executive Committee, I was there. And one of the reasons why you say you want to be there, you want to make sure that all of you in this place, it comes to end. Because CDC-USA has a strength. If we really put together, put aside our differences, when we say let's raise funds, CDC-USA can raise more than $1 million. Trust me, I've seen it. I know our capacity. I know that we can stay ready to support the work in Liberia. So the convention is the way forward. We have, like I said to you, we have lots of, the program is playing a way that there's a lot of engagement. We'll be having a lot of, dialogue roundtable and leadership roundtable to build capacity, to provide skill, to provide understanding. So it's not just a convention where we'll come and no, it's more educative, it's more empowering, and the rest of it. Like I said to you, like take for example the second day of the convention, we'll be having Representative Dixon Sibo and Representative Frank Safoko leading a roundtable dialogue section where we're looking at unity through our renewal, healing divisions, and rebuilding CDC-USA as one people's party in the diaspora. After that, we'll be into groups where we'll be discussing some thematic issues based upon their facilitation. The next day, which will be on the 31st, we have from opposition to alternative government, policy readiness and people's power. How can we as citizens have this government that will be seen like, yeah, this is indeed a government that we can trust? Ready for the one when they give us power, so we won't be crossing our head. Oh no. That discussion will be led by Councilor Gamode Clinton, who is also the chairman for the Massachusetts chapter. Then we have the role of Liberian diaspora in democratic transformation and electoral victory. Another discussion. Then we'll have the rebuilding CDC as a mass-based people's party structures and grassroots power. It will be led by Wanto Tier Wanto. Now, I'm giving you all this thing because this convention is more informative. When you leave the convention, you will be empowered for your chapter to carry on actions. We want to be talking about building a winning electoral movement, lesson from successful opposition movements across the world. Then we'll come to a political strategic group breakout sections. I don't want to talk. I don't want to talk about the topic for this section because some people listen to us. They want to copy case us. You know what I mean? So this is where we are, and I want to encourage all of us, wherever we are, to be a part of this convention. Delegates from each state is bringing 19 delegates at most, at least 10. And there's a rush in delegate registration, which is very, very encouraging. For other states who have not done that, we want to encourage you. Roosevelt is waiting to embrace you. He's the chairman for the CDC-USA, Pennsylvania chapter. PA chapter is willing to embrace you. Come and see and feed the love of the city of brotherly love and sisterly affection. My dear people, I will talk more about the convention, but let me give space to other people to talk.
Sure. Thank you so much, Reverend. I like how we are diving into the nitty-gritty, somebody say into the crust of the discussion. I like how it is going. But Honorable Tawon, tell us, you are the official host of the 2026 National Convention. And we are grateful that this convention will be graced by His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah. Can you run us through the preparation that you have been doing, in your own state, relative to informing your people, creating that particular, euphoria amongst your people, that they will be in their thousands, in their hundreds, to grace His Excellency President Dr. George Manneh Weah, and also to be part of the convention? What are those activities that you have engaged into to encourage your base, to encourage people to spread the information, since you are going to be the official host? Just run us through that, sir.
Okay, thank you, Comrade Sherry, and thank you to the ORC. PA chapters, we are more prepared and ready for the convention. Our preparations start far back when we were preparing for the June convention. But then we have our conventions where we were elected as new leaders for PA chapter. And when we were going for the convention, people said we should just have that conventions on Zoom. People said that we would just have that conventions on Zoom or just go somewhere to just have that conventions and elect us. But I told you a while, said no, it will not be unique. We're hosting the convention and we'll have our own conventions in the corner where we will just elect leaders. We just go ahead and start doing some stuff and other things. We will do it in a way we have the conventions where we have the inaugurations, everything's as one. From there, we will kick off the mobilizations and the strategies to the convention. So after we have that convention, from that time up to date, we keep our mobilizations. And what we always do for the mobilizations for the conventions, we have our members that have a lot of entertainment center. So our meeting ground will be like, okay, today we're taking the meetings to the others members area who have the entertainment center. We'll go there, we'll have the meetings. I mean, our meetings, we discuss our differences, we discuss our strategies, how to get to our members. And then we start to share some flyers. Other people will come in and we inform them about the conventions. So people begin to come in. Other people that were sitting back, we're able to reach out to them, and they were waiting. People like they just imagine the gone time. We have the meetings of doing something. It was so surprising of Comrade. We announced on that meeting that we want to do certain things, right? What I can announce now, right? But with the amount we want to get that thing for, we were not having that amount. So what I did is that let me tell this the energies and how serious people are to see if they are really ready for the convention. So I said, let us make a pledge and see where we can achieve this. Our comrades, to my surprise, we were on that meetings. We raised almost $1,000 to get that done. So people, the PA chapters, the members that are here, they are well prepared and they are well waiting to do everything to host the conventions. After that, by the celebrations, CDC anniversary, so it's another thing that said that let me test the abilities, let me test the water and see how well the people that we are preparing for the conventions. So we have the emergency meetings 1 week to the celebration. Other people said that the time was short. I said no, because PA that I know, right, is will always have some of the occasions and other things. Sometimes the time can be short, but as long as you put those information out there, the people will come in to work. So we try to test the water again and see how well our members will come in to support the conventions. And we organize that that program within 1 week times. Can you imagine yourself? You were there on the field, people troop in. The heavy rain, we were on that field up to 12 o'clock. Yes. So we are well prepared to host the conventions. And one of the good things is that from the beginning, it was not easy to admit. because every other things that were going on here, most of our members were, affected, more especially those that were in leadership. So it was a tough time, but based on our leadership skill, based on our ability to, get to other people, that don't feel good about other decisions, special things are working out well for the chapters and for CDC or USA. And thank God that everybody is coming on board. And all our leaders are well prepared. Even today, when you call me, I was on the field sharing the placards. And everyone that was on that field, they were informed about the conventions, and they are aware, and they are happy that they will host our standard bearers, and the president will be in our midst. And today, even when we were discussing about the soccer match, a lot of people, making some pledges to, even bring our jerseys and do other stuff, trying to pull the teams together and do. So there was a lot of excitement today on the soccer field. And even tomorrow, the mobilization is still ongoing, but the people are well prepared, to host everybody in PA. Our members, the leaders, and every other, and our old folks, everybody is well, happy, and more especially hearing our stand-up bearer name that he will be in our midst. Everybody want to be there, and we are well prepared, and the play will be there.
Thank you so much, Honorable Town. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Reverend Moore, I'm listening to Honorable Tawan and I'm listening to you. It's as if you people have attached the utmost importance and energy to this particular process. Now, my question to you is this convention just going to be for people in the USA, or have you extended invitation outside of the US? Whether we will have other seditions, coming from across the globe. I mean, even though you call the names of other leaders of the CDC, like I hear you make mention of, Honorable Foko, Dixon Sibo, these people are honorable people. But what's about other seditions that may be in Europe, other seditions that are in Australia, North America, South America, I mean, all over the world? Tell us, did you extend an invitation, or is just going to be sedition at your programs, or you just do it selfish way? Tell us, walk us through how are we having people on board from other areas? I'm sorry, unmute yourself, sir.
So thank you for the question. And like I said, this is the springboard to 2029. Renewal of the party in the diaspora is very key and important to all of us. In that light, we've invited our colleagues from Europe. So CDC-Europe will be here. I learned that most of them have purchased their tickets. They will be in flight to the United States, especially in Philadelphia. There are folks from Canada. Though Canada is a different country, but we group the honor CDC-USA. Maybe at the convention we'll have some resolution to make them unique. So the folks from Canada will be here. And from Liberia, as I told you, we already have few individuals who are already here to join the process. Now, because we are a political party, I believe in dialogue, reconciliation, and oneness. We try to demonstrate that in our midst. Even though this is our convention, just imagine we have invited other political leaders to attend our dinner board. It's very important. This is very important because the current leadership, the current ruling party in Liberia is only about them. Nobody else No opposition is even brought into their proximity. And we see how our country is going because of the one who leading, who doesn't desire to even show that he's uniting the country. So at this convention, you will see other political leaders from other parties who will come and attend our dinner. And even there are some who are, how do I call it, man? Real opposition to the organization who ran against us during, the 2023 election with all the propaganda. But these people, we have an open arm to them. Come and celebrate with us during our dinner. So it tells us that this convention is inclusive, very, very inclusive. We got citizens from all across the United States, and we got political leaders who are opposition to us in our government town. You're calm. Let's sit down, and the rest of it. So yes, the mobilization is hard, and people are open to joining us for this celebration. We have other government officials in the United States who are also attending the convention, the dinner night with us. We have community leaders, faith leaders, and the rest of it, they will be at the convention dinner night. To showcase themselves and for us to also showcase that we are a united force. We believe in going across the aisle and bringing everyone together for this great and honorable time. So yes, we are very grateful to God for the opportunity and come to Philadelphia, July 29th to August 2nd, and enjoy the best of convention activities and be empowered. Thank you, my man.
We can get you.
I'm sorry. I was on mute. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Welcome back again. Welcome back. So there will be other seditions that will be coming from other states. I know everybody will book their hotel and the rest of it. And I also know that the convention committee, they have their own logistic team that is working behind the scene to ensure that every sedition that will come, can be comfortably, at least, seated or, find a place. But let's assume that somebody is coming from all the way North Dakota, and this person maybe want to attend a convention. Financially, maybe they may not have the money to say, okay, I'm going to rent a hotel that I will, be in for the rest of the day, but I can pay my way to come, I get my plane ticket and the rest of it. Now, how do you fill in? The local chapter. How are you working on things that people who will be there, and maybe one way or the other, there will be challenges, maybe in lodging and the rest of it? Can you just give us a synopsis of what you've put in place to be able to assist the committee or other seditions in terms of lodging? Maybe people will call you and say, "Oh, yeah, I know your area. You know that you the chairman. I know the place. I lost. I on this. How are you going to be working with the committee to ensure that all of our people are to the program, those who maybe will be stranded or those who in terms of lodging there will be challenges, that everybody can be at least comfortably in Pennsylvania for those days that we'll be having the convention? How prepared are you on that?
Okay. Thank you, Comrade. It was one of the discussions the few days in our meetings, and we discussed that we hosting the almost 15 to 16 chapter coming in Philly, and there will be others that we need help. So we thought it a while to ask all our members, those that have a vehicle, and those that have places that for vacant and other stuff, and in our NDC meetings, make that clear to the convention committees that all our comrades, like if you know that places that you book will be too that expensive for you, or times is closer, you call in and then the bookings, the places are too expensive and other stuff. The best thing that you can do, call your comrades and say that, oh, comrade, I will be coming so and so time. And, do you have some places that we can be for that times? We can, try to work out things for us to, help each other as, one people that us, every one of us to have the conventions in a way that we help other people, and even people that are coming from far, paying a lot of, plane tickets, and that we don't have any another money to, rent the hotels or even rent a car. We are here, and it's in our plan that, the people when they call in, and that's why we're calling other chapters. And yesterday, North Dakota chair and other members, we were on line trying to find other areas and try to help in the way of movement and where they will stay. So yeah, we here, and we encourage all leaders and members from other state chapters to call in. If you know that launch a business is so difficult for you, you can call, or you can reach out to the chair or the operations or the vice chair for administrations. You can reach out. We can find out, to see how best that we can handle those issues. And it's in our plan, and we already, have the strategies to that to help, in that direction. So I encourage all members, other chapters leaders to reach out. If you know that, you book a place or having a lot of stuff like traveling, it's not easy. Leaving your state, traveling in the United States for 3 or 4 days is not an easy thing. So it's in our plan that, if there is no time for renting cars, renting hotels, we can work around some things that we'll be able to, host you for that times, so you can get back. So I encourage all chapters now, people that are coming from far, if you know that at times, not in your favors to get other places, the better you reach out now, so we all can work out things to handle the issues. So, it can, bother you too much, like, so it can be, out of the convention, because we got a lot of people here that will be on the airport to help other people to get to their location. So it's one of the strategies that we discussed to help other people that don't have, rental car and a hotel. So I encourage people that are far off to reach out to us. If there is no way that you can rent a hotel, we can all help in that direction and find a place that you can be for that time before, the end of the convention.
Wow. Thank you so much, Honorable Tawon, for taking up the time to be with us. I know how busy you are to even
Yeah.
squeeze in your time, so that people can see the host of the convention. I want to say thank you so much. And as always, we appreciate the effort that you continue to make alongside with the committee to ensure that we have a successful convention and that our people are comfortable while they will be in PA. Again, I want to say thank you for all of the wonderful thing you've said here, especially with internal travels. I want to say thank you so much. And lodging, we appreciate you. And if there is anyone who, again, fellow Liberian that are listening, that you will have challenges, reach out to us. We'll definitely connect you with the chairman, and so that you can have a wonderful stay. Again, Chairman Taon, thank you so much, and we'll be looking forward to connecting more people with you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, comrade, and thank you for your time. Thank you for the hard work that you put into this stuff, and thank to the ORC and all our leaders, the chapter leaders. And we are prepared, waiting, and we expect every one of them to be here. And let them we do it together, and let us work for in the interest of our party. We here, our leaders, they are willing to help in any other way that you think that we can help. for us, and we will find out, what else we can do to help, to ease your burning and then other stuff that you think that you can handle. It's a PA. Philadelphia is a place that everybody here love stranger. So don't stay back because of maybe you don't get stuff to rent car or you don't get money to rent a hotel. We can work around things so all of us can have fun and have that excitement to sit with your standard bearer, to ask your standard bearers. And then also we can sit on a round table to solve any other problem that we face within the CDC USA. So we encourage you, we hear, and we hoping that Thursday, Wednesday to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be exciting times that we all will discuss our differences and see how best our parties will be moving forward from the convention. We see a unities united CDC USA. So thank you. You let keep on the unities and let keep on the one law. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Tawon. Fellow Liberian, that was the voice of the PA chairman, Honorable Risovet Tawon, who is the official host of the 2026 National Convention. I want to say thanks to Honorable Tawon. Reverend Moore, people are asking, with such an elaborate program you intend to have from the 29th to the 2nd of August, tell us, or how is it going to be like in terms of finances? Because there are other people saying this program will be very big. What is it? Maybe I'm a seditian and listening to you from all the way, maybe from somewhere very far, like Arizona or the other area. How do I participate in terms of finance? How do I become maybe one of the delegates? Or assuming that I'm in a state where they don't have maybe an official chapter there. Maybe, for example, in Utah, where we don't have an official chapter there. But hearing about such a wonderful program with the presence of His Excellency President Dr. George Manawia, I want to be part of it. I want to participate. So how do I participate? How do I become part of it? How do I get myself involved financially? How does it work?
So there's this option we have at our convention where state chapters that are not established but members or supporters of CDC are in those states. They can come as state representatives to observe the process and the rest of it so that the convention will motivate them to forming state chapters. So this option is open because we don't want to deny anybody participation. If you are from a state that doesn't have a chapter, you can still come. You are referred to as state representative. Then we can facilitate after the convention how you can get a state chapter status. Normally, to get a state chapter status is to mobilize at least 10 sedition in a state. You can have more than that, at least 10. Then you do your inner elections, and you write the National Executive Committee applying or making your intention known to be an established state chapter. They will take your application, then you now will be able to pay at least 1 year due for the 10 persons you have in that application towards that status. So within 30 days, the National Executive Committee is supposed to take an action on you. If you meet all the requirements, you are given that state chapter. That state chapter status. You become a full-fledged member to have the equal right as any other state chapter within the CDC-USA. So this is how it goes. And you won't believe it that there are state chapters that were somehow inactive over the past years, but those state chapters have been rejuvenated and they have had their elections, they had a convention, a mini convention, the rest of it, and they have submitted the names of the highly qualified. So these are things we want to see. Because of the momentum of the convention, state chapters have been formed, state chapters have been mobilized, and people are participating in the process to ensure that the presence, not just the presence, but the input in shaping the destiny of CDC-USA can be measured as well too.
Thank you for that answer. So in terms of payment, like
So,
you've just explained, yeah, how
so
do one
this,
pay like state representative, the delegates, and etc.? How does it work in terms of
so
finances?
I don't like to discuss our financial basis on air, but let me say this way. So state contribution, chapter contribution is like $500 to the convention. Then delegates fee is $100. Now, it may sound big, but there are lots of immunity that someone enjoys for paying that $100 as a delegate from your chapter. Now, when you pay that money, you will have free T-shirts and cap. Normally, those things are sold, but as a delegate, because of your contribution towards the convention hosting, you have those. Privileged to have the T-shirt, the souvenir T-shirt for the convention, and the cap given to you free of charge. Then you're going to have the booklet. We are making a convention booklet that is so beautiful. You can even keep it in your archive the next 20 years and refer to it. You're going to have it as well. Those are convention material. More to that, the dinner board we are having on Saturday night, which is August 1st. As a delegate, you are entering the dinner board free. Only non-delegates paying $100 for tickets. So imagine where people pay $100 for ticket, you enter free. You sit at the table, you eat the best of food that will be at the dinner. So you see, these are some of the things that you enjoy as a delegate. You don't just pay money to come, just sit down and we'll tell you, no. The money keep you at a convention. The money gave you those privileges to have those things that a lot of people who are not delegates are having. So this is how it looks. Now, state can bring more than 19 delegates. You can bring 19, your delegates 19, the cross mark. Those are people who will be voting and making decisions. If you want to bring additional 10 as observers, they can come in to observe the process. We don't want to leave anybody behind. But those observers are not making decisions at the convention. They only observing the process and put to flow their observation of the process. When we come to the election time, only registered delegates will be voting. So this is how it looks.
Now, one may ask, why it is true that you will be having, delegates and observer, but assuming that I am from state A, that is bringing about maybe, for example, 50% or 30%, and you are only telling us that it is just 19% that will represent the state. Now, are there provisions where there can be alternative? Maybe take for an example, this other group of people, maybe since we are 19, the 19 people go today, they are delegates, but then when it comes to maybe certain activity, that state want to, alternate and say, well, John Brown, maybe for example, in a financial discussion, and maybe the state has someone that is very good relative to finances, but this person is now a delegate. They are just observers. And this state want for this person to be a delegate so that they can adequately maybe discuss the financial issue. Is there a way where there can be an alternative? People can alternate and say, well, okay, you John Brown, you come, Peter Brown, just go and sit small. Is it possible? Will it be allowed at the convention?
Firstly, as an observer, you can form part of the discussion. You can contribute meaningfully to the discussion. The only thing that's limited to you is voting. And on the floor, or making decision, if the chair asks for a vote on 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
When the chair asks for a vote on an issue, on a motion, you as an observer, you can't vote. You as an observer can't vote. but you can contribute towards a discussion based upon your observation. Now, take for example, every state is supposed to have 19 delegates at most, or minimum 10 at least. Now, John Paul came as part of the 19 delegate, and John Paul got ill. So John Paul cannot make it to continue. Now, if you have observers there, observer can alternate for John Paul to keep the delegate from that state at the maximum of 19, which is good. But then John Paul can come back again and say, I come back because I John Paul. No. Once John Paul leave, Mary Jane is alternative for John Paul. So John Paul is out, but Mary Jane is there. Mary Jane can carry on the function of John Paul. This is why they pay the same amount. They receive the same privilege. The only thing that is limited to them is voting. So they can go, they will participate in the dinner, be a part of have the t-shirts, whatever it is. The only thing that they are limited to is voting because they are observers and they are not delegates.
Thank you. Now, I want us to talk about this because, like people saying, and you've said, His Excellency is going to be there, at the program. One may want to ask, is His Excellency President Weah, is he, interested in this, or is it that you can't on a football team and you decide to get drag the man to the team here, and the man not even willing to be part of it, you're just dragging. How do you dive into that? Is it part of the process? I know, like you said, you've been having series of meetings and etc. Is he fully aware of these meetings? Everything that is going on, is he aware? Can you explain to those who are listening? What are it's not yet another meeting, President. We're going to give people in here and this. How involved, is he in this particular convention? Can you just drive us through? From the local meetings you've been having, etc. Just dive us through, please.
His Excellency is fully, F-U-L-L-Y, fully involved. It is only because of the convention he's here. He will be here next week. Because he said, and I quote, from the start of it to the end, I won't be there. I won't be the witness of this process, so that when I go back home, I will tell the National Executive Committee about everything that went on. And these are the people who were elected, and the rest of it, I was there. Most of that he's interested in is showing that Yobo has no place in our convention. His expectation is that we all come to the convention because this is where things are discussed. You can stay outside, then you want your will to be done in a way that it would temper with the ways of people who are already at the convention. So if you have issues, you come to the convention. This is where we discuss issues. But if you stay outside, you want to disturb, like what he said, some people will spare them. But this is, it's somebody who is concerned about the party, who is concerned about respect for authority. And he wants to see it in us. More especially, he wants to see someone who is interested in unifying us. He said, y'all know that I got strength in the diaspora. If we say want something from CDC-USA, based upon the strength you guys have, it's easy to be achieved. So yes, he even told us, I want to tell you about this on air. He playing basketball, he playing football. So nothing will be left out of his reach. The voting aspect, he said, I will sit down and watch it so that nobody will do taba. You understand that? He's the keynote speaker. Look, we have had meetings with him, in-person meeting, online meetings and the rest of it. And all the meetings are moving in a positive direction, which is very, very encouraging. He believes in the people. He says this convention is about us. It's about us. And we'll go there and make sure we are there. He said, we are not interested in no BB names. Oh, we invite no. Once the people are there at the convention, Congress, the Congress is the people. So this is why he wants to be there with the people, so we can talk things and reach a logical conclusion for the way forward of CDC USA. He will be there 100% with his entourage.
Thank you. One may ask, there are seditions that are going to also form part of the activities. I know with the presence of His Excellency President Dr. George Manuel Weah, he will be heavily protected. So one would be concerned that, look, all along, I have something special that maybe I want to discuss with His Excellency President Weah. Or maybe a chapter may say, for example, chapter A say, look, we're coming together as a chapter. We have, an idea that we have catalog on a sheet of paper. We want to present it to President Weah and tell him that, look, in order for us to win 2029, this is what we should do, A, B, and C. Now, will seditions be having that opportunity to meet with their political leader as member and leaders? I mean, sit down and discuss freely without any kind of no, okay, oh man, you have to wait for 15 hours, you gotta wait for 10 hours, let it make on this. With seditions, will they have that particular opportunity to meet with His Excellency and put out their heart? I mean, would that opportunity be given, sir?
So out of our discussion, out of our engagement, out of our presentation, out of our roundtable discussion, dialogue, and reconciliation roundtable, the leadership for everything, he will be right there. And everybody will be given a chance, if your time reaches, to speak. And this is when we expect you to speak of your heart. He's not going anywhere but right there. So you don't need to even go to him in secret to say, I want to discuss with him. Put on the floor, let him hear it. It's very important. Because he's there, leave no stone unturned. Make sure you can put the issue out. But besides that, we have what you call chapters meet with the president. We want to do in a way that chapters will meet with him, and you guys can have an amicable discussion with him, whatever your heart so desire. But chapters are reporting on day 2 of the convention, chapter reports to tell us about the challenges, the strength, the opportunity, and everything about your chapter. Your sense we left from the convention, how far your chapter is. So chapter will be reporting, and in your report you can put things there. It can be passed over to the restoration committee for inclusion. So I mean, the convention is so organized in a way that everybody, the voice will be heard. Everything you say will be connected. We even connecting a webinar to connect people from Monrovia, Liberia, who will be having a chance to speak to us. So I mean, nobody is left out of the process, except you want to be left out of the process yourself. The process is developing a way that we all will have our say at the table, because this is the higher decision-making body of CDC-USA, the convention.
Now, one may ask, thank you for that answer, but one may ask, political activities is going to be, very tense, especially when it comes to the electoral process. Now, tell us some of the mechanism, because you're not going to put all of your, your plans and everything out here. But what do you have in place to ensure that that particular, period, or that particular activity, or that particular time of the convention is well secure, is guaranteed, and that people votes will be protected, and nothing will happen to distort the process, either by people protesting or whatever, their political activities? What are the mechanisms that you have put in place to avoid, one will say you, or to avoid tabata? Can you just run us through? Like I said, I know you will not go in depth with your security details, but what have you put in place as far as security is concerned for the place, as far as the voting process is concerned, free, fair, and transparent, and etc.? Can you just walk us through that? Sorry, unmute yourself, please.
So you know that election is not on the day of election. It's not only on the day of election, it's election. It starts way before. So all of what we went through, if you notice, the timetable for the electoral process was so unique that each we have time for people to be nominated, we had time for people to be vetted, we had time to certify people, we had time for campaign. Long before the convention. So it's organized in a way that you will have the chance to be nominated, you be vetted, be satisfied, and you have the time to go to release and even have a debate. We had the first debate just not too long on the 18th of July, which was broadcast throughout Facebook and YouTube. Now we'll be having in-person debate again at the convention. So those are all part of the electoral process to make people to know their candidates and make a decision about whether they want a candidate or not. Now, if you look in my hand, you'll see a sample, ballot paper. Now, this ballot paper is unique in the way that all of the people who are running to be XYZ, they are on the ballot. We'll have a transparent process where when we start, you go take your ballot, you mark who you want, you put it in a transparent box. At the end of the voting process, we will count the vote count right in for everybody. And we announce who won from the process. So rest assured that we are doing our best to add integrity and value to this process. And by the grace of God, it all will be found. Sure indeed.
Thank you so much. I just want us to take, somebody will say, a water break, and then just for a few seconds to play this particular ad or to play this advertisement for the convention. And when we come back, we will go to our final discussion and talk about some other national issues. So again, fellow Liberians, you are watching Under the Palava Hut. We have with us as our guest today the Honorable ORC of the CDC-USA, Reverend Solomon Moore, who is in conversation with us, and we are discussing about the convention. As you may be aware, the CDC-USA Convention will commence on the 29th of July to August 2nd, where you will have citizens from Europe, from Asia, from Australia, North America, South America, the Atlanta, all over. They will be coming together here in the USA, and they will be gathering in PA for such a wonderful, wonderful event. So we're going to take this break, and then when we come back, we are going to be discussing
Martin Luther King
other
said,
issues
I have a
relative
dream.
to Liberia.
Barack Obama,
Let's take this break.
change. Yes, we can. And I, George, we have said, power to the people. Yes, we must. Fellow citizens,
Get ready for a historic gathering of and vision. The Congress for Democratic Change USA, or CDC-USA, proudly invites you to the 2026 National Convention, now set from July 29 to August the 2nd, in the great city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, under the theme, Renewing for Results, One CDC, One Vision, One Future. This landmark convention will bring together states chapters, party leaders, diaspora stakeholders, and distinguished guests from across the United States, Canada, Europe, Australia, Liberia, and beyond. Join us for strategic policy dialogue, CDC-USA leadership elections, the Diaspora Engagement Forum, and a prestigious recognition ceremony featuring prominent voices and leaders, including Party Chairman Attorney Janga A. Cole, leading an array of party officials from Liberia, including Representative Frank Safoko Jr., Representative Bintu Masale, Representative Abu Kamara, and Representative Eugene Colley. Plenary session speakers will include Wanto Tier Wanto, Mrs. Willamida Sadie Tarp, Aisha Bolo Howard, Mamesi Kabab, Councillor Garmonde Clinton, Civicus Basi Giap, and many more. And don't miss the special honoring of His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, former President of the Republic of Liberia, for his outstanding democratic leadership and commitment to peace. As Liberian artists, including D12, Takun J, Leto Abraham Moibab, aka Heaven Sent, and KZW, will spice the honoring nights with beautiful performances, followed by a soccer match between CDC-USA and Boxer, with FIFA World Best George Manawia leading the CDC-USA in a spectacular soccer match on Sunday. It's happening in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania from July 29 to August the 2nd. Come, let's celebrate democracy and celebrate a true icon of Liberia democracy, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia. Be a part of the movement. Be a part of the vision. Be a part of the future. For more information, contact your local CDC-USA chapter or follow official CDC-USA platform at www.cdc.usa.org or contact the convention committee at 301-383-6874. CDC-USA Convention 2026. Here we come, renewing for results.
Okay, so fellow Liberians, home and abroad, we want to use this time to welcome each and every one of you back after that very short break. We want to take this time to welcome some of our people who are trending with us here on the platform. We want to say welcome to Festina Livingstone, the Metro Media. We want to welcome folks there from the Metro Media. We also want to use this time to welcome Samson Wia. Thank you so much for joining us. Wonwi S. Augustine, thank you so much for your presence here. It's a privilege for us to have you. Solomon B. Harris, thank you so much for joining us. The Maryland Online News, we appreciate the folks from there. Mabar James, thank you so much. Mabar James, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Aaron L. Grams, thanks for your presence. Brother Aaron, we appreciate you. Victor Santo Dix, thank you so much for joining us. Achi Pama, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Mohammed Fambule Jr., thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate your presence. Vanny P. Sherman, thank you so very kindly. And those of you joining us from the YouTube channel, we want to appreciate you. Amro249, thank you so much joining us there from Sudan. We want to say you are highly welcome. We appreciate you for joining us there from all the way Sudan. Thank you so very kindly. Madison Dolo, thank you so much. Madison Kiazo Dolo, we appreciate you. Thank you so very kindly. We want to welcome you. Our own brother Otaka Kiahon, thank you so much. Ojuku Blamo, thank you so much. Terry Ted Lion Yakun, we appreciate you. Siton Gria, we want to say you are highly welcome. Our brother Zico Sano, we appreciate you. Ernest V. Keke, thank you so much, our brother Ernest. Orito Tupa, we want to appreciate you. Patrick Changing Level Maulo, we want to say you are highly welcome. Eugene C. Morrison, you are highly welcome. Thank you so much for your presence here. We appreciate you. Roland Yomi, thank you so much watching us there from Nimba County. We appreciate you. Melvin Brown, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so very kindly. Raleigh Sipley, thank you so much. Mr. Sipley, for your presence here. We appreciate you. We want to also appreciate Prophetess Princess Moore Johnson. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much to all of you who are joining us. By limitation, we cannot see all of you because we are only watching on one platform, but we have all of the other platforms that are streaming. Kings FM Critical Issue is streaming this live. The Metro Media is streaming this. Maryland TV, Plus TV Liberia. We want to say welcome to all of you and want to appreciate all of you. So those of you who are joining us on other platforms that because of limitation from our end that we cannot see your name. We want to welcome you and want to thank you so very kindly. So we are going to transition into, a portion of our discussion, and we'll put the number up there. For those of you who have questions, you have comments, you have concern, you want to call the ORC, you want to find out something, or you have, whatever it is, we are going to be giving you at least a minute and 30 seconds for you to call in. After the first 3 minutes of this particular segment, we'll put the number up. And those of you who want to call to contribute, to ask questions, you can definitely do that. Again, welcome, Reverend Moore. Welcome, sir. Let's go into our national issues. I know we are discussing the CDC-USA National Convention, but we are also in opposition. Tell us, how significant is the CDC towards Liberia's democracy, especially the CDC-USA? For now, we are seeing what is happening with the drug burst, in Liberia, and all these other things, police brutality, the gross disrespect to the rule of law by the president himself. We are seeing, selective justice, where other people who are attached to the system will be given a free pass, even at the level of the justice system. We are seeing all sort of things. How important is the CDC to ensuring that we can bring pressure to bear on the current government that have lost every essence of democracy and is leading as if Liberia is their personal property and they can just do whatever they want to do? Tell us how important the CDC-USA is and the process. How, is it going to help Liberia to put to bear the necessary pressure? Just walk us through that, sir.
Well, it is good that during the convention we have a presentation that talks about that. Having an alternative government, working on the structures and making it more of a grassroots political, party. And trust is predicated upon trust. You are given leadership. So what the opposition does in this is they try to create doubt about you, propaganda to break that trust the people have in you to give you leadership. And if it is broken down, they will prefer those who gave them those or sung them into that propaganda basket or top. And what happened to CDC, they trust. Look, CDC election was once in a moment in the history of Liberia. When I say look at the photo of the inauguration of the president, there's something about CDC election that is more than ordinary. So with that kind of trust, the opposition had, the Unity Party had a strategy into making people to not have trust in our leadership. There were lies upon lies upon lies upon lies upon lies upon lies. All were calculative to break that trust bond we have the people so that they will be trusted. They said they came as rescue mission. After creating a narrative in psychology, we call it self-fulfilling prophecy. You said this, then you're working behind the back to ensure that what you said about this person come to pass. Now, the people have seen for themselves that you lied to them to break that bond of trust they had with the political leader and CDC. The people have seen it. They are seeing it. They are now saying that, oh, yes, those guys were lying to us. They kush, they said they tie us to. Now the kush big brother, now cocaine, is only the government. Imagine this. All of the promises they gave us, not much can be fulfilled. The question is, how do we, as opposition, react to them? Now, you need to be very careful because sometimes they are being caught in their own trap. The way you engage the process could make you be caught in a trap. Then you go say, oh, like take for example, Senator Edwin Stowe says something, and they say, oh, you see, the man he doesn't like Liberia. He wants the government to fail. Bro, you fought hard for this government, the CDC government to fail. Why do you think other people can't have a desire for you to fail too? Your failing is not Liberia failing. Your failing is to make you discontinue your evil or your corrupt system. So there's a need for more action, but clever action, strategic action. Not to just protest because we want to protest, but take the lead in drawing the attention of the international community and the people of Liberia to the mess of this government. Be strategic, because what they are doing, people may have sympathy on them if you move in the wrong way. So it is important. And this is one of the reasons why we are mobilizing our delegates from across the chapters to come so we can develop more ideas. Because no government or the current government will go unchecked. We'll do our best to ensure that the good things and the proper things are done in our opposition to allow the people hold them accountable for the nonsense they are doing. So this is where we are. It's not just to pressurize government, but to ensure that the people are informed in a way that the people themselves pressurize the government in their failure. Thank you.
So again, fellow Liberians, those of you who want to participate, the number is out here. You can call us on 443-991-3356. Again, those of you who have questions, who have comments, who have concern relative to the CDC-USA National Convention, the number is out here. You can give us a call on 443-991-3356. We have with us the ORC, that is the officer in charge of the CDC-USA, the one who's spearheading the CDC-USA to her national convention that will be taking place from July the 29th to August the 2nd. So whatever your question is, whatever your comments, your comments are, your concerns are, your questions are, you can give us a call on this number that you see right on the screen, and we'll definitely give you an opportunity to ask the ORC the questions, the comment, or whatever it is. While we await the call, Reverend, we want to find out. Okay, all right, okay. We want to find out from you. Is this convention just going to be restricted to just civilians? Or are you going to be bringing in, other opposition figures? Or are you going to be inviting other Liberians that are not maybe politically driven, or they are not attached to any political party? Is it also going to be, open to other people who are not the traditional seditions, or maybe other people within the opposition political party? Tell us about that, sir. Sorry, you are muted, sir.
The convention, like I said, happens in days. And it is only us, seditions, who will be discussing our issue. It's a congress for us, seditions. So it means that it's closed to others who are not seditions. But the last day of the convention, the night of the convention, the dinner ball is open to the community, to all. So they'll be where other opposition leaders will be. This is a dinner ball, and we are not discussing political issues. We are only trying to relax ourselves and have a good taste of the evening. So there they will be given the chance to make remarks if they need be, but they are not in our discussion that will lead to Saturday. It is just us, because we want to take stock of where we are as a party in the diaspora, where we want to go, and how we can go there. So you got, they say trust no one shot in the darkness.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure.
So we are very careful in how we discuss our thing outside. We wash our clothes inside, not outside. So our discussion time is for us and not for them. Thank you.
So again, before we can call this a day, tell us the events will be held. Will it be just one area, or you have two different areas? Tell us the location. I mean, the address, if you care, of the activities. Like on Wednesday, we will have how you call meet and greet, and on the other day. So before you answer that question, we have a caller on the line that we want to put on for other question, comment, or concern. Hello, caller. Your name and where you've joined us from. Welcome.
Hello, Mr. Sheriff. This is Alfonso Decla, and I call from New Jersey, chapter, the CDC-USA current chairman.
Welcome, Chairman Fanso Dekla. We have with us the Honorable OIC. Your question, your comment, your concern. He is listening, sir.
Yeah, I don't really have a question for, let me see how to, and I just want to often use this medium to applaud him for the great work that he's putting into the convention. And look, I have witnessed many conventions in the United States, and the way that Reverend Moy and his team, they are putting all those professional acts into the convention is overwhelming. It's security wise, and it's well organized. And I don't know from which background that all these professional and critical that kind of a process that they have constructed to have this convention so organized. Because I was a bit afraid with the inside, we can bring to it, but inside happening and off the current to have this convention well organized and to have all of the chapters responding first in history. The number of chapters that have responded to this convention that have registered is overwhelming. And I let us say a big thank you to Reverend Moy and his team. I applaud them for the great work for bringing the convention thus far. And I let us say thank you so much, Prince, for allowing the OIC to come and deliver to us about the happening as well.
Thank you so much, Honorable Fanso there. Thank you so much. That's the chairman there of the New Jersey chapter. We want to say thank you so very kindly. Yeah, so Honorable OIC, you can answer the question, and let's move on, sir. Thank you.
So the venues are basically four venues, and it's just in a circular mode. So the meet and greet will be held at the JSM Cuisine and Banquet Hall. It's at 55th East Baltimore Avenue, East Lansdowne. There's a place called JSM. It's formerly known as Musu Spot. But Musu Spot has two different areas. One is in is around Collindale, MacDill Boulevard, and the other one is in East Lansdowne. Now, the one in East Lansdowne is basically where we're having our meet and greet. It's a very beautiful banquet hall owned and operated by a Liberian entrepreneur.
We just want to interrupt you there, small, please. We have another caller on the line. Let's take this caller. Hello, caller. Your name and where you've joined us from. Welcome.
Yes, thanks very much for taking the call. This is Cdc Lion Yakon from Fargo, North Dakota, the independent candidate in the convention. Well, I would like to really, appreciate the office of the OIC and the OIC himself for the high level of professionalism. Despite of the intricate misunderstanding, but the OIC has successfully conducted a convention process, which we are all obliged to go for this convention, this dynamic convention that will be, you know, our leader, President George Manawia, the presence of him will be more encouraging, and every one of us that have our grievances, we are obliged to come for this convention. If you don't come for this convention, meeting with our political leader, George Manawia, for the first time to be part of this convention, then you will be putting yourself in a very, ridiculous position as a seditious, and you will seem to be somebody that have ulterior motives in our party. And I really, really want to add to the chairman in PA, or why he have said it all well, and want to encourage our colleagues. We are having grievances, but I am not bigger than CDC. Institution first, then individual.
Thank you.
So I'm obliged as well to come for the convention. So if you have your grievances, come and we'll have a dialogue.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Honorable Teddy Lion Yakun. Thank you so very kindly. Yes, Reverend, you can just give us the direction and then we can call this. Yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
So thanks, Ted, for you and Declan for your acknowledgement of our work. And we pray that all of you guys will be at the convention. So like I said, the meet and greet will be taking place on July 29, starting by 5 o'clock up to 12 o'clock at the JSM Cuisine, 55 East Baltimore Avenue, East Lansdowne. Then the opening of the convention will be held at the Springfield Country Club, 400 West Sprout Road, Springfield, Pennsylvania. So all of our deliberations will be held at the Springfield Country Club. So it means on the 30th, the opening of the convention, the 31st sections, and even the voting will all be held at the Springfield Country Club. Hence, then on Sunday morning, the ball will be here at the same country club. Sunday morning, we'll join the Faith family at the Faith Emmanuel Lutheran Church on 65 Penn Boulevard in the same East Lansdowne, not far from the Meet and Greet Hall, for a divine worship service with them. After that, we'll be proceeding at the Lindbergh Park in Lindbergh, Philadelphia, Lindbergh Boulevard, where we'll be playing football and basketball, and we're having a grand cookout to say thank you to everybody. So those are the three places: JSM Cuisine at 55 Penn East Lansdowne, the Springfield Country Club at 400 West Proud Road, Springfield, Pennsylvania, the Faith Emmanuel Lutheran Church on 65 Penn Boulevard, and the Lindbergh Park at Lindbergh Boulevard in Philadelphia. So, my dear brothers and friends, thank you so much for the opportunity given me to be a part of this show to talk about the convention. And I hope and pray that as people here from across the United States, as they mobilize themselves to be here, let's come and embrace the day. For a long time, we have not started to get our citizens to really enjoy ourselves. Let's come and enjoy ourselves. Because, now get a point. Let me tell you the story. Anyway, the teachers and caps are already here. But most of that, they are bringing Barrett, how you call it, Barrett, and Lapas from Liberia. Enough of them. So, man, there will be lots of things. And also, too, Some souvenir photo of His Excellency will be displayed for people who want them. So don't miss the convention. The convention is very historic. You will leave that convention with a lot of things to take home as a sedition, to put in your archive, to show that you are indeed a part of this great body called CDC-USA. So these are some of the things we're telling you. So if you are here watching us and you still need to support the process, besides the state chapter fees, the delegate fees, you can contribute to Water Convention in your weak way. Just go to, what do you think? Zelle to Pallet, TOEPALLEH at gmail.com. Pallet@gmail.com. Whatever you can give towards the convention process. Maybe you will not be here, but you want to see our vision, our goal, and the convention is successful. Chip in whatever you have. Your name will be recognized. We'll read out those names during the convention to acknowledge what you have done for us. More to that, if you are having your organization or you having your business and you want to promote your business, we got a convention booklet. We're taking app from people to put in your booklet so that at least you have about 200, 300, 400 people seeing what you are doing. So it's open to you. It's $100 for page, very, very, very cheap. So we can promote your app in the convention booklet as well too. So let's be a part of the process. The form is online for a delegate to register. When you register, you take your picture, you send to us. We got now. If you look here, Prince, am I clear? You see, these are the delegate tag we are making from the information you sent us. Before you come there, you got all the things prepared. We gave you a tag to you, put on your neck, and this is where we'll know you are a delegate or non-delegate. So we are doing our best to ensure that the convention is professional, because the man who we are working with is a professional. He's a global icon. Let us sing down. He's a global icon. Let us sing down again. He's a global figure in our midst. Let's make sure that what we do has a global context and professional label attached to it. Thank you so much, Prince.
We want to say thanks to you, Reverend Moore, for taking up the time to be with us. Thank you so very kindly for all of the great work you are doing. This convention is one of the most unique convention as a chapter leader and one who have attended, major conventions and gathering of seditions here in the diaspora. I think this is very unique. So for and on behalf of our chapter, the DMV chapter, and the platform myself, I want to say thank you so much for the great work. And we really, really appreciate all you do. Thank you. And we hope to see you again at the convention hall where you can talk to your people again on the platform. But thank you. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry, you are muted if you want to say something else.
So I'm saying thank you, and thanks to your chapter for their support and all of the chapters who are supporting the process. Trust me, you'll feel proud when you arrive, because we're going to give you your money worth and your integrity that you've invested in this program, in this convention. You have the worth and the value of your investment in this convention. So again, chip in what you have, 150, 25 to POEPALEH at gmail.com. To Pilot through Zelle. Get it to us. Let your name be put in the archive, as we'll be recognizing seditions on that night with a George M. Weah, His Excellency George M. Weah Service Leadership Award. Be one of those who will be able to recognize. God bless you. And thank you again, Mr. Sheriff.
We want to say thank you so much, fellow Liberians. Again, those of you who are joining us from across the world, we want to say thanks to each and every one of you for your time spent here. On this note, we want to take this music and then we'll call this a day. I want to dedicate this music to every one of you. I mean, every one of you that have been with us for the past hours as we discuss on this very unique, convention relative to, the CDC USA. We want to say thanks to all of you who took up the time for the past 2 hours. You've been here with us. We're going to take this music, and after this music, we call today a day. So we want to do this music for all of you. I mean, all of you who've been here with us, all of you. So let's do this, and we call this a day. This music is going to be for 20. Thank you.
It's your bonaro that it work out. That on money work out. That it still work out. One on money black out. Yo yeah before. Yo yeah. That it work out. That on money work out. That it still work out. One on money black out. We not here for it. We got pay their trade. It's time for us to pull hands together. Move our country forward. Let's stop the haste. Pushing fake messages. Let us stop the other money. Yeah. All I Liberia, overseas. You paint your country black. You feel style on social media. You are welcome. No need no blame. All the money blackout. You gotta stop it. All the hate messages you preaching, you're not doing it to the blackout. You're doing it to the people, the poor people, the people you claim to love, the people you want to rule. That it work out, that on the money work out, that it still work out. One on the money blackout, yo yeah before, yo yeah. That it work out, that on the money work out, that it still work out. One on the money black out, we not here for it. We got pay their trade. Work out, making us hating one another. Encouraging us to spoil our country needs. We should go and demonstrate. You will be there. Demonstrating, yeah. Let me ask you, work out. When we spoil our country, who will help us fix it? They say no, work out, say no. When you bring out a hala, who will help us settle it? They say no, work out, say no. Taking shock out of getting power. We not yet for like kind of flower. Work out, get black out, the chance of. We are one. We are one. Get president, we are the chance of. We are one. We are one. Can't you see? He's very rose. We are one. We are one. He's building hospital for all of us. We are one. We are one. Take a look at the estates he's building. We are one. We are one. Say nothing, we get you military hospital. We are one. We are one. Say nothing, we just in your market. We are one. We are one. Build new head office for the people of Monrovia. We are one. We are one. Send our doctors and students abroad for the fun study. We are one. We are one. Provide scholarship for LU and pay once fee. We are one. We are one. So what do you must do in 2 years to please you work out?
We want to encourage those who want to remain corrupt and steal money, that I beg them. The money should be used to bless our people. Thank you and God bless.